Okay, so today you guys are going to practice doing some applications of trig functions, solving some problems, exercise 7.08, page 124. Okay, now if you want to have a crack at question 1 first and then watch this video afterwards, then feel free. Otherwise, watch this video and then have a go at it. Okay, so question 1, talking about a Ferris wheel at an amusement park, constant speed. H is the height of the car above ground level. There's the function. T is in time after it starts to move. Talks about the occupants being able to take photos above 12 meters, and you are asked really to say, when is that? Okay, so first of all, in solving any of these sort of problems, we have to start by sketching our standard graph. Okay, so our standard y equals sine x graph, remember, goes through 2 pi and pi just there. But now what does this 11 do to my graph? That 11 moves the baseline up 11, and this 10 makes the amplitude 10. Okay, so I think it's easy to look at that and go, my baseline now is 11, it's going to go up to 21, down to 1, and it's going to be a sine graph like that. Okay, so now we've taken into consideration those parts. What does the minus 4 do to my graph? Well, that's just going to shift that point over 4, isn't it? So rather than starting there, what we're talking about is at 4 it starts like that, so it's going to carry on down there. What we need to try and figure out is what this end point is, okay, or really what that point there is, because if we know that point, then we can work backwards from there to find where 12 is. And so hopefully you remember that sine is 0 when t is 4, because 4 minus 4, in other words sine 0, that's what we're trying to find. So we're trying to say pi t minus 4 over 8 is 0, and hopefully you guys can see that t would be 4. Sine is also 0 when it's pi. Sine of pi is also 0. So what we need to do is we need to make pi t minus 4 over 8 equal pi. Hopefully you can identify there that the t minus 4 part has to be the same as 8, so t has to be 12. Because 12 minus 4 is 8, 8 divided by 8 is 1, 1 times pi, there you go. So that number there is 12. Hopefully you can see all of that. If you can't, remember what I said, try Desmos, type it all in. Y equals 10 sine pi bracket t, we've got x minus 4, close bracket, divided by 8, close that bracket off, plus 11. So that's what your graph looks like. And we're just talking about, well, at time 0 it will be 1 meter off the ground. After 4 seconds it should be, it's 4 seconds just here. 4 seconds it should be 11 meters off the ground. And then what we're saying is at 12 it should also be 11 meters off the ground. What we just found. Okay. And so what they're trying to find is what's the distance, what's the difference between up here at 12, 4.25 roughly, to, what is that, You can see it, it's roughly around there. Okay, so we need to do that, the algebra around there. So back to here. Here we go. So question 1, you're asked to say when can they first take photos. So we're asked to find when h is 12. Over 8 plus 11. To solve that, we're going to take off the 11 on both sides. Sorry, my handwriting's so terrible at the moment. I'll try and make it better. Then we're going to divide by 10. So 0.1 is sine pi t minus 4 over 8. That's a bit better. From there, we need to take the inverse sine of that. We're going to get pi t minus 4 over 8. Okay, now I'm pretty sure I did that before. It was there. We'll start fresh. So we're going to go 0.1 shift sign, so that's 0.1002. 0.1002. That's the same as pi t minus 4 over 8. Now we need to get rid of this pi over 8 part, so we're going to times by 8 over pi, times both sides by 8 over pi. That'll get rid of that. So times by 8 divided by pi gives us an answer of 0.2551. So t therefore is 4.2551. Now if I go onto my Desmos and put another graph in here, I go x equals 2.551. Hopefully we'll see there that that is, sorry, not too long, 4.2551, apologies, 4.2551. What you'll hopefully find is that 2551. There we go. There you go. There's my 12. Happy with that? Happy with that? Solving that particular question. What I need to do now is find how long can I take photos for. So in other words, there's our graph. There's 12. There's 4.2551. What is that number just there? Now, when we think about that, remember when doing these questions with other ones, to solve for those two questions, we went the 0 number plus whatever it was, the 0 number minus whatever it was. So in this particular occasion, this 0 number here, down at 11, was 4. So in other words, 4 plus the 0.2551 gives you, which is your 12 meters. But what was the 0 value over here? And we calculated that up top. So t is 12. So now we're going to go 12 minus the 0.2551, and that will be 11.7449, and that will hopefully give me 12 meters. Okay, go back to Desmos, 11 point, get another one, x equals 11.7449. Put another there, and there's our 12. So those are our two numbers where, first of all, the graph goes above 12, and that's when the graph goes below 12. And this says for how long. So how long is just 11.7449 minus the 4.2551. So I'm just going to do this 11.8.